Hi guys, here's the scenario. It's Phil Montgomery from Philville Honeybees. Beekeeping's about scenarios, and whether you're in Texas or Canada, you still have a lot of the same scenarios. Not all the particulars. You're going to have different times of year, and you're going to have um, different feed schedules and different times of pollen, nectar's coming in, but still got a lot of the basics are still the same. So in this scenario right here, this is a late season split that I made. It never got over, I think, 5 frames of bees. Here's a little pointer that I'll sneak in here. Is this right here is number 8 hardware cloth. It's kind of ragged out. I had a problem with robbing. I hurried up and I shoved this in here, and that let them breathe. But then as soon as I could, I just opened it up. Okay, and this over here is my second best hive. I pulled at least one split out of it, and it made a goodly amount of honey. I'm not sure how many pounds, but it did make a goodly amount of honey. And if you see here in the front, a little bit of sugar. I had did a experiment on putting 2 to 1 or 2.5 to 1 in a jar. That it does not work good when it's cold. And what happened, it turned back into sugar. All the water came out of it. So what I did is I went and took it out of there, put a rim on, put it in the top so I didn't waste it, and then a lot of the loose sugar just fell down. And some of it they'll eat, some of it they'll throw away. And yeah, look right there's a bee taking it out. Can you see that? Look at that. Let's see. Yep, flying it away. Did you see it? I think that was pretty neat. When you get a bunch of hives, like I was up to 48 this year at my highest amount. When you get a bunch of hives, you buy a lot of sugar, and it's expensive because I paid about $2,000 this year in sugar. So you want to not waste it. Hopefully they'll eat some of it. They were eating it before I dumped it in there, and hopefully eat it. I didn't want to throw it away. It's the end of the year. What are you going to do with it? Maybe save it for next year. But here, let's check this hive out. This is the last season of feeding. I can tell they're still eating it, which is good. Okay. A healthy hive is going to eat. That's been on there for about a week. It's all they've 8.5 gallons in a week. But it's been a little on the chilly side. Look, say they have their loose sugar, and a couple of them are eating it. Not a whole lot of them, a couple. And let's see how many bees. Let's see how many bees that I'm putting over top. I'm going to put a double screen board on top of this one, but let's see how many bees are in here. I have not smoked them. I think there's only 2.5 or 3 frames of bees. Sure, not a lot of bees. Not many bees at all. So if you look, there's a little wad of bees right here. There's a circle right in here. There's not many as I had hoped. And I don't know if they're going to make it. That's way less bees than there were in there. So they didn't make many fall bees. See yellow jacket? That counts for 2 points. So they're eating, and they don't look like very many. So makes me wonder on this one if I were to put them over the double screen board or just combine them in. I'm going to take a peek at them now. I don't have a tripod to put my camera on or put my phone on. I'm going to have to work on that. But now what I need to do is look in there. There's only 1.5 frames of bees in there, and that may not be enough to make it through winter. I got to figure there are quite a bit out feeding right now, so kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. But you know what? Beekeeping is like this. You get excited when you make a bunch of new queens. You get down when a bunch of nukes fail, and so on and so on. That's part of the fun of it. Just understand, that's why you got to have more than 2 hives. I strongly advise you to have at least 4 hives, three minimum, even if you're just a little hobbyist, because crap happens and they die, they fly away, they do whatever, they kill each other. So I would advise you to have at least 3. That way you can improve, and if you have a problem with one hive, you can turn around and fix it with the other hive. So be blessed, have fun with your honeybees, and I'm gonna dig back in there deeper and see what I have left. Be blessed.